What's going on, everyone? It's Marcellus back with another video. We got to go over Baby Doge because, as you know, Baby Doge is trending on Twitter. Baby Doge swap is still going ham right now. So we got to talk about all this. Definitely stick around to the end of the video. Hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this financial advice. Let's go over the Twitter thing first, though. So over here, you can see Baby Doge is actually trending on Twitter right now. So this is pretty cool. Baby Doge, 29.2K tweets right now on the trending page for business and finance for Baby Doge. That's actually pretty big for us. I'm definitely happy to see that we're trending all the time. So the more we trend, the more we're going to move up with the price trends as well. So let's kind of talk about the price trends here with Baby Doge. So as you can see, we did go down below this support here. And I've been talking about this because the most important thing with this is, like, if we're trending on Twitter and we keep getting these trends and we're starting to trend on other places, this price is going to easily move up. So what we want to talk about, this whole red area, I know yesterday I mentioned how it's going to be really hard for us to get past this. We're going to need a major catalyst. And trending on Twitter, that's definitely a major catalyst, but we need a little bit more than just trending. Like we can get above there just trending, but we need a little more to continue with this pump. So really what I'm looking for with this whole Baby Doge thing, I want to see them teasing the game next, because teasing the game is one thing that's really going to start bringing the price of Baby Doge up. They need to start teasing that game, maybe make a little trailer for the game and show what the game is about, how the game is going to work and operate. Start teasing the wallet as well, the Baby Doge wallet. Start teasing the Baby Doge debit card. All these different things. If we just start teasing it, we don't even have to immediately come out with it in a month, 2 months, or even 3 months. We could come out with it sometime next year, but I really think that we need to start teasing these things in Baby Doge, because that's what's going to make Baby Doge start to rise. And I think us as a community, like a whole community, we could start teasing this ourselves. So you're going to hear me talking a lot inside the coming days about Baby Doge. You're going to hear me talking a lot about the debit card and all that good stuff with Baby Doge, because the more that we as a community tease this, the more other people are seeing this and wanting to get in on it. And the Baby Doge card is definitely going to be something that really changes the whole direction of Baby Doge. Like, this is pretty big. This starts to bring Baby Doge into the banking world, right? And I think this is definitely going to be really good for us. Now, Baby Doge, the LLC, Baby Doge, might actually have to get a banking license, but I'm pretty sure they're already working on that type of stuff behind the scenes. So I'm definitely excited to see what exactly we could have coming out with that. And that's probably why they're going to be rolling it out in like Europe, in the UK first, because it's probably going to be easier for them to get a banking license, or they might not even have to. They might have a way to get around that. So that's probably why we're going to see it dropping in Europe first. But yeah, this is definitely going to be really good for the whole Baby Doge army and all that good stuff. So yeah, we're definitely going to probably still see it, downtrending a little bit with the Baby Doge price. Like I said, we're going to be seeing 8Z10 soon. I just want to say that now, because if we aren't going to be able to get past this 1250, we have to start looking at the next supports for us, because we just now broke this little support down here at 1185. So I think that we're probably going to continue to go down a little bit further in, meeting those supports that I was talking about earlier in my other videos. So you can even see here we're still looking at 8Z10 here. So this whole line down here, that's definitely where we're looking at for the support for Baby Doge. And eventually it's going to get down to there. It has the possibility to get back up to 1250, but right now I'm just looking at the supports right now. I'm not even focused on resistance. We're inside of a bear market. So even if we start the pump, eventually it's going to start to trend back downwards. So we have to, we have to be realistic here. We still have the possibility to break past all the other trends, right? We still have the possibility to get out of this bearish territory. But right now, I just want to, look at it like this. It just helps with everyone else inside the Baby Doge army as well. Just helps you to know that, eventually it is going to trend down, and eventually we are going to get those buying opportunities, because that's what these are to me. These are buying opportunities to me. And I know for a lot of you long-term holders, these are also buying opportunities for you. And that doesn't just go for Baby Doge, it goes for the whole crypto market. So as you can see here, Baby Doge only down 0.9% for the last 24 hours. Not too bad. It's just a lot of sideways movement today, a lot of sideways movement. But like I said, for all the other cryptos, everything else is kind of in the same space as Baby Doge right now. We're really just moving sideways right now. And we're just waiting for that next, major move, whether it's going to be on the upside or the downside. Either way, there's going to be a big move coming up. Now, as you can see, for holders, we are getting more and more holders for Baby Doge. So these holders right here is 1,627,198. So 1,627,198 holders. And that's pretty good. We're continuing to get more and more holders. Now, this was 200, almost 200 holders overnight, whereas we are only doing 100 overnight, previously. Now we're doing almost 200 overnight. So that's definitely a really big move for us. We're definitely continuing to rise here with our holders and baby does. So that's definitely another good thing to see, as well as our burns. Our burns are also moving up here. So we have 57 or 5,600 dollars burned, $5,600, which is 4.94 trillion baby doge. And you can see over here with inside the last 30 days, that's $343,000 burned, which is 302 trillion baby doge. So there's a lot going on here with baby doge. So like I said, we're still going to be watching this. Now we're going to go to the Bitcoin technicals. But before we even look at the Bitcoin technicals, let's kind of look over here at DeFi Llama, because Baby Doge Swap is now past Shiba Swap. You got to remember, Shiba Swap has been out for a year, for more than a year. And it's only ranked 193 on DeFi Llama, and it only has $23.1 million inside of total value locked. I mean, the finances that are flowing through Baby Doge is astronomical right now. We're getting huge numbers flowing through Baby Doge. This crypto is going crazy. Like, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but I think Baby Doge is about to be one of the top, DeFi projects out there. We're now at $23.96 million inside of total value locked for Baby Doge. That is huge right now. So right now you see Shiba Swap $23.1 million, and then Baby Doge at $23.96 million. That's 28.54% increase in the last 7 days for Baby Doge. This is major. This is huge. A lot of people may be ignoring this, but I'm not ignoring this. Like, we are moving fast here in Baby Doge. That's why I went ahead and got in on Baby Doge Swap. So if you all didn't know, I am in on Baby Doge Swap right now. And right now I only have about 90 something dollars in there. But as you can see, within the past few days, it's about $1 earned. See, let's just say I have $100 in here, right? And I got $1 within like 3 days, right? If I had $1,000, that would have been $10 within 3 days, right? If I had $10,000, that would be more so $100 within a few days. Let's take this to another step. If I had $100,000 in Baby Doge Swap, that would have then been about $1,000 within a few days. And this is where things start to really, this is where things start to compound here. So whenever you got big money and you put it inside these DeFi protocols, you put it inside of these farming and staking options, that's when you start making big money. Like, this is retirement type money. This is the type of money that you see people making when they're doing retirement accounts. This is the type of money you see people making when they're getting dividends from their stocks. For instance, the stock SPHD, which is it's a stock that pays high dividend, pretty much. High dividend, low volatility stock. So this stock SPHD provides a 14 cent, it's pretty much a 14-cent dividend every single month per stock. The stock is like $45. So you're only getting, 14 cents per $45. So it's probably like $40 right now. But if we think about this, you take $100,000 and then you multiply it by that, or you go ahead and you divide it by that 40, dollars per share. That's only 2,500 shares. And then you multiply that by their 14 cent, per dividend. You're getting $350 a month off your $100,000. Whereas with the Baby Doge Swap, you just see the math here. You're essentially getting $1,000 every 3 days. Now, of course, the APR, as more liquidity comes in, starts to go lower and lower, but it's still significantly more than what you would make doing, some high dividend stock. And $356 a month off $100,000, that's very low. That is very low. And if you don't believe me, definitely look up the stock SPHD and then look up their dividend rate. It's going to tell you 14 cents per share. It's about $40 per share. So that just kind of puts things into perspective here. Crypto, you're going to get a much higher return on your investment, but it is much riskier than investing inside of the high dividend yield stock. Because let's be honest, with the high dividend yield stock, you're not worrying about people hacking the stock exchange. They're not going to be able to do it. And, you could, let's just say Baby Doge Swap could get hacked, but it is audited by CertIC. So I'm really hoping that they don't get hacked. But, there's just certain levels of risk you want to take. If you have $1 million, you don't necessarily want to put in $100,000. But let's say you have $10 million. $100,000 isn't nothing to you. And I know a lot of people don't have $10 million. So let's put it on a micro scale. Let's say you only have $1,000 to invest. Well, like I did, put $90 in. You don't want to put all your money in there. But you never want to put more than what you're willing to lose. So I'm over here, 90 something dollars. I already got a dollar in a few days. And I'm just going to let it keep stacking up. And then I'm going to probably end up putting $1,000 in there. Once we get a good buying opportunity, I'm going to buy a good amount of baby Doge, try to get a whole trillion in there. So that's definitely going to be a good amount of baby Doge whenever we have a nice drop inside the price. It's going to be a nice discount for us. So yeah, this is just the process so far with my baby Doge swap investments. But like I said, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor at all. So definitely do what you want to do. And let's go ahead and talk about some other stuff here with the baby Doge. So let's talk about Bitcoin because, as you know, everything essentially in the crypto market is following Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up, everything's going up. Bitcoin goes down, everything goes down. And eventually, sometimes baby Doge has the possibility to break away from Bitcoin when we're rolling out utilities or when we're teasing utilities and when we're actually, dropping stuff and trending. We have that possibility to break away from Bitcoin. But obviously, right now, we're trending with Bitcoin. So, what we want to talk about right now is where exactly Bitcoin is going to be going because we are trending along with Bitcoin. So, right now, as you can see, Bitcoin just now hit the support down here at 19.1K. Right now, we're at $19,193.90. So, it just now went down a little bit, but you get the drift. $19,192. So pretty much what Bitcoin is heading to right now, it looks like we're still trying to get back up here to retest the 19.3K resistance. But we already got rejected once back here. When we hit the support once down here yesterday, we just went right back up and we got rejected again. And so if we go up again and we get rejected at this 19.3K again, then you probably will see it end up going back down to that support of 19,000. So we'll be past the 19.1K down to the 19,000 range. And the thing about this, when we get down here, we have low activity expected for Bitcoin. So this is going to be low activity for institutional investors and dark pools and pretty much whales, large whales. We're going to have lower interest from them, lower activity expected. So what we want to look at now is the 4-hour chart because this is going to be more so long term. But right now, what we're still looking for, I keep talking about this because this is the truth. It's reality. Like over here on the 14th of October, we got rejected at this resistance. We went down. Over here, again, the 18th, rejected again. But see, it didn't go as high as it did before. Look at how high it went back here. And then look for right here. Let me take off these indicators so you can see it's not as high as it was before. And the next high is probably going to be more so around here. Like I said, the higher side of 19.1K. And then it's going to be much lower than it was before. I really do believe we're going to have a sharp drop after that, which brings us down to 18.2K. That's just my belief. You can believe whatever you want, but that's just what I believe personally. If it didn't happen, hypothetically speaking, we could see 20.7K, but I really don't. I'm really not expecting it to rise all the way up to that resistance. I'm really expecting for a sale here. Now, even on an oscillator, you're seeing here the buying is slowing down, and now we have a selling wave coming in. This red wave right here on the bottom is a selling wave. That selling wave is coming in, and I believe this is what's going to end up taking Bitcoin down to 18.2K. So I still believe that's going to happen with Bitcoin. And I'm still bearish for the overall crypto market in the short term. And by short term, I mean like 1 year. Like we gotta be completely honest. Long term is like 10 years. That's very bullish, obviously. But when we look at it over this next year, we're going to see Bitcoin going down. I'm in this for the long term. Over the next year, you're probably going to end up seeing Bitcoin losing a lot of value. And a lot of people don't like hearing that. But, that's just the reality of the situation. And it's just what I believe. So if you don't believe it, you don't have to. But we are seeing this wave right here on the 1 week chart. This buying wave is already starting to form downwards, just like the buying wave back here started to form downwards. Now you're seeing the next buying wave is already going on the downtrend. So there's small buying waves, meaning that we're probably about to get another large selling wave. Look at what happens every time these large selling waves come in. This large oversold area here is pretty much indicated by this whole area here. This large oversold area here is indicated by all this selling here. So then when you see this large selling here, it's indicated by all the selling here. And then the buying here is indicated by the little bit of an increase that we got up here. Now, what comes next? Well, we should be getting another large sale, which is going to be something like this going straight back down to where I'm talking about. I really do believe a 10K Bitcoin is inevitable. 10 to 14K. That's our range right now. That's my range. Maybe you don't believe it's going to go down to 10 to 14K, but I'm following these indicators. They haven't steered me wrong yet. And actually, if you look at these indicators, they're pretty accurate with predicting where the resistance and the supports are. As you can see, It's always, over here, the support down here was predicted there. It was predicted there. The resistance predicted over here with the red areas. You can see over here, resistance predicted here, and not really predicted, it just tracked and calculated. Support calculated down here, resistance calculated up here, support calculated down here. You get the drift. It's pretty accurate. And like I said, the resistance here, support here. It, this is what the indicators do. They follow things like this. They're AIs, and they're much smarter than us. So I like to follow indicators. That's how I do my technical analysis. Look at these indicators, and they track pretty much where we're going to be going next. Whenever it says high activity up here, that's high selling activity. High activity down here, we start to have high buying activity. And that's why I said we could see the retest of the 19.3K level up here if we get high enough activity down here. If we don't, you'll start to see red forming up before it actually drops. You'll start to see a red area forming up here. Because like I said, down here, you start to see red forming, and then we have that drop. Red started right here, and then it, came green again. But then we finally had that drop once more red came in, and then, so on. But hey, this is pretty much all I got for y'all today. Let me know what you think about this. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.